at this point.
And we're back. How was the activity? Let's discuss what we did and why. Teachers, feel free to pause this presentation so you can discuss some of the students' comments and outcomes. Now it's time for critical thinking and discussion. As you did this activity, what challenges did you face? Were you able to use the allotted amount of water for everything you wanted? Everything? Or did you have to skip something to use water for something else? Well, you did a great job. As you were using your brain and imagination to put yourself in the situation of a Kenyan from Kibera, let's look at some real-life solutions that have helped this community. In June 2007, a University of Denver, Colorado graduate student worked with the World Bank on the Water, Health, and Sanitation Project in Kibera. In the project, they used World Bank funds to build water kiosks, a water shack for 300 people where they can use running water for cleaning, bathing, and drinking. They used projects in the schools. Student leaders were chosen to combat issues of hygiene and health due to the lack of water. She and other team members set about to work with community members and students to build public outhouses or latrines that, when built, prevented flooding and fostered sanitary waste removal. Here's what a typical Kiberan toilet can look like. Have you ever heard of a flying toilet? It's the expression the community used to describe how it was common to go to the bathroom in a plastic bag and throw it onto a garbage pile. Middle school students and high school students were selected from their schools to act as student sanitation leaders to develop sustainable practices in their community. What is sustainable? Sustainable is a process or state that can be maintained at a certain level indefinitely. What was that? Sustainable? Let's introduce that word. What does that mean? Well, it means once a community member who lives in Kibera learns a sanitation practice, he can share it with the other community members. Think about it this way. If only workers from the World Bank built the outhouses and latrines from their own materials and techniques, what would happen if one of the latrines broke down? Well, the citizens of Kibera really couldn't be able to fix it. And it would be difficult, right? Rather, this practice is sustainable when the World Bank teams work with the community and, if necessary, teach them the skills and practices that Kiberan inhabitants can pass down to others. They provide materials necessary and the proper direction in case there is need of a repair. This allows for teaching and maintaining a skill that is sustainable for many years to come. Get it? I thought you would. Here's another photo of student sanitation leaders. Would you like to do something like this if your community was depending on you? Student leaders are responsible for showing and demonstrating how to use a toothbrush, how to boil water before cooking begins, and how to wash hands after going to the bathroom. So hopefully these students will Let's look at some more facts in relation to what we've learned today. Due to unclean water and uninformed families, 1 out of 7 children may die from infection of diarrheal disease. Hey, wait a minute. Did you remember to boil the water in your group? Here are some final thoughts for you and your teacher to discuss. What ideas do you have if you were to help out with this project? What can you do to conserve water or increase access where you live? Thank you very much for participating in today's lesson. You've been a terrific audience. Please look for our additional lessons on water, where you'll be able to participate in our special Global Water Challenge event, an opportunity for you to perform a skit or presentation on the water challenges we face across the globe. You can show off your acting talents and take on the role of a Kiberian family struggling with water access, or take the role of Americans in a large city who might need to learn a lesson about saving water and energy. Or you may act out your local situation and teach students all over the world how water issues affect your daily life. Since we're all drinking water and breathing air from the same molecules that have been on this planet since life began, we truly have a lot in common, and yet a lot to learn and share with each other. Thank you very much for being a part of Global Health Explorers International. Once again, I'm Zach with Global Health Connections, and we'll see you next time.